My name is Tom Deegan. I'm the superintendent of Lawton Public Schools, and the purpose of this video is to explain and try to inform the public on our upcoming Teaching First bond proposal, which will be voted on April 1st of 2014. The goal is to inform the public on our needs, the reasons why we're asking for the funds and resources we're asking for, and to answer any other possible questions that people may have. Over the last 10 years, we've made incredible strides because of the previous bond. But as I said, when you have a district where we've put off so many things for so long, it's going to take us more than 10 years to get caught up. And so that's what the purpose of the Teaching First bond proposal is. One of the first things I want people to understand is this bond proposal is not a projected tax increase. And I have questions all the time, how is it not a possible tax increase? The reason is we had a bond that was voted in 2004 for 10 years. That bond is expiring at the end of this year on December 31st. This bond will simply replace that bond. It is a bond renewal. And when you renew one bond with another, the taxes stay the same. So this is not projected to be a tax increase because we're simply replacing one existing bond with a new bond at the exact same rate as the previous bond. There are actually two propositions. Proposition one is asking for funds that will help us address program materials and equipment for our classroom and our programs. The proposition two will allow us to address busing and transportation needs. The total of the bond package over the next 10 years comes out to be about $29 million. That averages out to be $2.9 million a year. These bonds will be sold in a series over the next 10 years. $2.16 million of the funds per year on average will be used for two areas: facilities, program equipment, materials, and supplies. The focus of this bond, and the reason we're calling it Teaching First, which is focusing on instructional resources and supplies for teaching, is our very first focus has been on the classroom needs, on our program needs, and our needs that directly affect our children. People often ask me why schools cannot afford to do these major projects out of their regular funds. The simple truth is schools were not designed in the state of Oklahoma to incorporate major projects out of their regular operating funds. And for that reason, the state instituted a system where a school, for major projects, could ask the voters to support a bond. These are for things like technology, transportation, facilities upgrade, and construction. Those are things which, as our school system is designed in the state of Oklahoma, those things are intended to be addressed through that local community support. There are 5 key factors about this bond proposal that I want everybody to keep in mind. First of all, there is no projected tax increase. We are not asking the community to increase their property taxes. We're simply asking the community to continue the great work that we have done as a city and as a school district for the last 10 years. The second factor that people need to understand is that all of our faculty, all of our site, and all of our teachers had an opportunity to have a voice in this process. The needs assessment and the priorities for this bond came directly from our staff with a student-focused need. A third key point that I think people need to understand is that the name of the bond is Teaching First. Our focus is first and foremost and primarily on classroom, program, and student needs. We want to make sure that our students are receiving the best possible education with the best possible resources, technology, and program supplies that we can provide. Although our needs assessment is clearly focused on classroom and program needs, we cannot ignore our facility needs nor our transportation needs. Therefore, this bond will also go to helping continue the great work on our replacing roofs, HVAC, and also upgrading our transportation fleet.